Susan Marrow was excited for her friends to join her in an adult education pottery class. She had always been fascinated by the art of pottery and thought it would be fun for everyone to learn something new together. Harper Langley, on the other hand, was hesitant at first. She didn't think she was very good at anything creative-y and wasn't sure if she would enjoy pottery. But Susan convinced her that they could all make beautiful pieces of art with some practice, and Harper reluctantly agreed to give it a try. Kathy Simmons was ecstatic about the idea of taking an adult education class together. She had always been interested in learning new things and thought pottery would be a fun way to do so. Terrence Reed, Susan's aloof romantic interest, also signed up for the class despite his initial reservations. The first day of class was filled with excitement and nervousness as they all sat down at their stations and waited for the instructor to arrive. When she did, she introduced herself as Mrs. Johnson and explained that they would be learning the basics of pottery, including how to shape clay and glaze their pieces. As they began working with the clay, Susan was amazed by Harper's natural talent. She had never seen anyone work with clay before and was impressed by Harper's ability to create beautiful shapes without much effort. Kathy, on the other hand, struggled at first but quickly caught on and started making progress. Terrence spent most of his time observing from a distance, occasionally glancing over at Susan as she worked. She couldn't help but notice how he seemed to be watching her every move, and it made her feel nervous and self-conscious. As the weeks went by, they all became more comfortable with their craft. They learned new techniques and started experimenting with different styles of pottery. Susan was particularly fond of making bowls and vases, while Harper enjoyed creating unique sculptures. Kathy took to making functional pieces like mugs and plates, and Terrence began to show off his skills by making intricate pots and vases. Despite their differences in style, they all worked well together as a team. They would often help each other out when they got stuck or needed advice on how to improve their work. Susan was particularly good at listening and offering encouragement, while Harper was always coming up with new ideas and ways of doing things. Kathy was loyal and supportive, and Terrence was quiet, but thoughtful in his approach. One day, as they were working on a project together, Harper made an offhand comment about how much she enjoyed the class and how it had helped her to feel more confident in herself. Susan was touched by the sentiment and realized that pottery had not only taught them all new skills, but also given them a sense of purpose and accomplishment. From then on, they continued to take their pottery class together, each week learning something new and growing as individuals. They formed close bonds with one another and looked forward to spending time together outside of the classroom. As they worked on their final project, Susan couldn't help but feel a sense of pride in what they had accomplished. She knew that they would all leave the class with a newfound appreciation for pottery and a deeper understanding of themselves. And as she looked over at Harper, Kathy, Terrence, and the rest of their classmates, she felt grateful to have been able to share this experience with them.